3 untold secrets to why the law of attraction sometimes works against you. These are some things I've learned from my spiritual guide and teacher, and it has really transformed me because it's taken my awareness and consciousness to a whole new level in such a spiritual and mystical way. So let's dive straight into it so you can manifest what you want in life with a much better understanding of how the law of attraction works. And these 3 things you must avoid to stop manifesting what you don't want in your life. I have to be straightforward and honest with you. I'm far from a master of the law of attraction, but what I'm about to share with you are some of the things that have actually worked for me from my own experience, especially the 3rd point I'm going to share with you. All these things are very important for manifestation. I mean, there's much more things to talk about, but I'm just going to touch on 3 things. And there's a lot of material out there about the law of attraction. What works for someone might not even work for somebody else. You just have to experiment with what really resonates with you, and you feel the need to give it some attention. See, a lot of people talk about this law of attraction stuff or the secret, and it has almost turned into a trend this past years too. But people don't really understand it or explain it in a proper way. And it's funny to hear sometimes, you know, the new word age lingo saying all kind of things like, oh, let me tell you about the law of attraction. You just have to do this and it will attract everything in your life. And or listen to this frequency tune before you go to sleep and boom, you'll manifest everything you want. See, those are people who heard about the law of attraction, but have not really experimented or even experienced any of it. They never give you practical steps to understand how this process works. But if you really understand it and put the right effort into it, you'll be able to use these tools that have really been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And they've been used by spiritual teachers for the longest time. But everything in life needs some kind of work and digging to see some results. So point number 1, we need to understand the relationship between energy, frequency, and vibration. If you really want to attract something in your life, you need to understand what that frequency is that you want to attract, and then change the energy in your body to match that frequency. And when you do that, you attract what you want by aligning these frequencies. And if you're seeking to discover the secret of the universe, you have to think in alignment of energy, vibration, and frequency. It's a must. We know that everything is made up of energy, and today's science has even proven that. So it makes it more accepted by people and has more credibility to the fact because science says so. But yogic science had mystically known that for ages, but anyways, we won't go into that right now. If everything is made up of energy and that energy is vibrating at certain frequency, and when you want something, you have to match that frequency of what you want to be in alignment with that. And that's harmony, isn't it? Did you ever see a school of fish swimming? If you don't call this harmony, then what is this? This, for example, is like mind-blowing to me. They swim in thousands together, almost touching each other, and you see their sudden movement, and all of them are synchronized in perfect harmony. Another example, look at a flock of birds all flying in the sky in perfect harmony without crashing into each other. And if you're from the old generation like me, I'm sure you have had some experience with the old radio stations, the one that has a knob on it, and you have to tune to the station that you want. For example, if you want to listen to 101.1 FM and you get to 101.2, you'll get static and some music. If you go to 101.0, you'll still get some static and some music. But if you hit 101.1, you'll have perfect frequency and you'll enjoy what you're listening, what you're actually listening. So basically, it's the same principle, and the same way you have to tune your energy to match the frequency of what you want. And that's when that law of attraction comes in, the power of manifestation, which brings us to point number 2. Putting true feelings into what you want to manifest is a very important component for manifestation. And when I say feelings, I mean corresponding feelings of emotion to what you really want and not what others expect from you. And if you want something, you need to match the frequency of what you want to the same vibration of that energy. It might be hard to grasp at first, but let's try to break this down because feeling is such an essential component of manifestation. I'm sure a lot of us can relate to this one to a certain degree. See, we have all come into this world and been born into a family who gave us an upbringing according to their knowing. We can say that destiny chose that for you, even though I have my own thought on this, but anyways. And that's what we refer to as destiny, so to speak. The idea that you can't manifest anything because the universe has already chosen that for you. But guess what? You can change which destiny path you're going along. This idea that we have that we can't manifest certain things because destiny has already planned it for us is wrong. It's completely wrong. Because if you really pay attention with sincerity, you'll realize that some of the things that you want is not really what you truly want deep inside. Because what you want is a desire that you feel inside. But sometimes we're influenced by other people's vision for us, other people's expectation of us, other people's dream. Our mind gets distorted by all these. And these people feed us with these things and we start believing that this is what we want, but that's living their dream, fulfilling their goal. And if you honestly ask yourself that question with real feelings, is this really what I want? Is this a reflection of what would make me truly happy to the core of my being, to the depth of my soul? And that's when the work starts. This is one purpose of your meditation practice. See, meditation is a meeting with yourself. Meditation is about closing your eyes or not and going within yourself, going deep within yourself. And that's where the challenge begins, because as soon as you start going inside yourself, you start seeing many beautiful things. And you also see many things that are not so beautiful. Because some of the things that you encounter in meditation is your subconscious mind, which is a stored house of every experience you've ever encountered in your life, consciously or unconsciously. But that's another subject on its own. But meditation is an appointment with yourself, having a meeting with your energy to truly see where you are right now and ask yourself, is this what you truly want and you're trying to fulfill someone else's dream? Which one is it? Is it something that you really want? And I'm sure that has happened to every single one of us at some point in our life. And why you can't manifest what you think you want, like this private jet, for example, or this yacht, having a business, generating millions of dollars, your ideal home, and so on and so on. But it's because that wasn't supposed to be in your destiny path. It's just not there, at least not by taking the approach you're taking right now. You can have all these, but probably not by following the path you're on right now. And a lot of people try really, really hard to force against the waves, really try to go against their own destiny, against the universal plan, against God's plan, so to speak, if you want to say, and against what is planned for you. And it's really a challenge to do that because you're not giving yourself the long-term success that you want. These are other people's dreams you are creating in your mind for whatever reasons, or envy or whatnot. And how you tap into that, you sit with yourself, you have that meeting with yourself and eliminate all those thoughts. Stop thinking and start feeling. Close your eyes and start feeling. Ask yourself, is this what I really want? Or do I want to do certain things to prove someone that I'm worthy of their expectations? Or am I doing this because I was told that this is the only way out? Or I want this thing because I want to have the lifestyle of so and so. And if you can visualize it and it's not manifesting in your life, most likely it's not even within your true desires, your soul desire, your calling. It's not within your purpose. And again, that's a much deeper subject. But keep in mind, feeling is most important component because feeling is emotion, and emotion is energy, and energy is magnetic. And when you attract the right energy and emotion with your true corresponding feelings, you will start to see results in your manifestation. Which brings us to my last important point of the things that are stopping you from attracting what you want. This one is my big one, and it's blocking your energy. And what does that mean? That's when I get into the spiritual stuff, and I'm not talking about the voodoo stuff or talking to spirits or doing crazy energy work with random people that you don't even know what kind of energy you're actually transferring with them. And believe me, that can also work against you, because energy is definitely transferred from one person to the other. It's pretty intense when you start to get connected to the deeper dimension of your being. But what I'm talking about is our own self, our own energy. Most people know a little bit, or maybe have heard about chakra system, starting from the root chakra to the sacral chakra to the solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, and the crown. I mean, those are the energy channels that most have heard of or somehow are familiar with. That's the main system, but the whole body has thousands and thousands of other points that connect all these energies together. And outside those 7 points, there are so many other points that are part of it. The mudras, for example, which are the energy locks or the hand gestures, or locks can be everywhere in the body. But for this purpose, let's talk about the hand gestures. The way you're placing your hands and touching each finger. When you are touching this finger and you're touching that finger, or you're touching that finger, everything affects the way the energy flows in your body. Every breath technique, which is also known pranayama in yoga, every breath activates or balances the energies at a subtle level. The breath of fire, the alternate nose breathing, all these working with your energies, all the yoga asanas, for example, the postures, yoga postures that we do, they're precisely working with your energies inside, whether you're aware of it or not. If it's not done with the right techniques, using conscious connection of your breath with movement, using our eyes, the way we're looking, our point of focus, our point of concentration, which we call drishti in yoga, this is our energy source. See, we are energy in connection with the divine energy. And it's very important that everything is in flow. For your manifestation to work properly, that's very important. That's why if you want to perfect manifestation, it's important to start understanding your energies and how to balance them. I know it might sound a little off your track right now, but it's not as easy as you might want it to be. And even if you want to master this, there's a whole journey towards it. It's a seeker's journey. And that's where I am today, trying to understand more and more about everything and level up so I can share all my learning with people and understand things on a deeper level. This path can take a lifetime, but it's something that you have to master at a certain point. How to connect to the divine on a much deeper level, because when we have all this awareness around all these energy points in our system, and we can get the manifestation flow within us, and we can trust without fear, that is when everything you want to manifest can be created whenever you want. So to recap the 3 major things that can be blocking your manifestation power, we have 1, we talked about the relation between energy, frequency, and vibration to align your manifestation. So aligning all these 3 together. Then number 2 was putting true feelings into what you want to manifest. Number 3, and blocking your energy. And blocking all these energy lines within your body. I hope this video was useful to you, and remember that the most important attitude in any approach in life is progress over perfection. And I say that all the time. We all have some work to do with ourselves, with our own personal life. And please share this video with anyone who can benefit from it. And remember to stay centered, stay grounded, filled with love and compassion with everything, without judgment of yourself or others, because each one of us might be going through something that is beyond our comprehension. Or if you can make a difference to just one person, that's all that counts. And that person could be you. Be easy on yourself and don't take life so seriously, and remember to smile as much as you can. From my heart to yours, I send you infinite peace, love, and blessings.